And this openness is bearing fruit. For example, countries such as Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are seeking to join RCEP. And last year, CPTPP welcomed the UK as its first new member since the CPTPP's establishment in 2018. And just last month, the CPTPP countries held their first trade and investment dialogues with both ASEAN and the EU, further broadening the scope of the partnership. Progress in new areas, such as digital trade and the green economy, can also be advanced through targeted sectoral agreements. The Digital Economy Partnership Agreement, or DEPA, DEPA, signed in 2020 by Singapore, Chile, and New Zealand is gaining momentum, with South Korea joining last year and several other countries expressing interest. If you recall, the TPP, now the CPTPP, started with the P4, with a similar collection of 4 smaller economies. Similarly, negotiations have also started on a Green Economy Partnership Agreement, which seeks to foster cooperation in sustainable aviation fuel, carbon credits, renewable energy certificates, and other aspects of the green economy. For Singapore, partnerships are how we put principles into practice. They allow a small open economy to achieve scale and impact. We pool strengths across market access, finance, technology, and talent to keep trade open, build interoperable digital systems, and advance credible sustainability pathways that strengthen supply chains and, important for all of us, create good jobs for our people. And in each of these areas, India is a partner that brings significant scale, capability, and momentum. India, the most populous country and 4th largest economy in the world, and rapidly growing, has risen to the challenges of a turbulent era with remarkable strategic clarity. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, reforms have been pursued at scale and with continuity of purpose, anchored in the goal of Viksit Bharat. India's vision for a changing world emphasizes strategic autonomy, resilient and trusted supply chains, open connectivity, and technology-enabled inclusion. India has built a strong position in IT and global services, anchored by global capability centers and deep pools of software and engineering talent. At a time when many countries are aging, India is leveraging its demographic dividend of a young and skilled workforce to meet global demand across diverse industries. In manufacturing, production-linked incentive schemes are building capabilities to meet domestic demand and integrate into global value chains. A case in point is the rapid expansion of smartphone production, with a rising share of global shipments originating from India. In parallel, India is investing in and expanding its maritime sector and modernizing ports and logistics corridors. Improving maritime connectivity unlocks the economy's full export potential and positions India as a rising force in global maritime trade. As part of this growth story, during his visit to India, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong joined Prime Minister Modi to deliver speeches at the inauguration of PSA's Bharat Mumbai Container Terminal Phase 2 expansion on September the 4th this year. With an investment of US $1.3 billion, it is the largest in India, capable of accommodating multiple mega container vessels. Much of India's growth momentum has been enabled by India's commitment to critical regulatory reforms. to improve the ease of doing business. In the last few months, the goods and services tax have been simplified to support a unified national market. I congratulated the Finance Secretary on this when I met her earlier today. 29 labor laws have been consolidated into 4 labor codes for more efficient compliance, something which many observers thought might not have been possible in India, but you had made it possible. These efforts have made India increasingly attractive for investment, and particularly for foreign institutional investors like Temasek, and have importantly provided an even more conducive environment for deeper Singapore-India cooperation. We are already seeing tangible results in the growing number of joint initiatives between the two countries. The UPI Pay Now linkage now enables people and small firms to move money instantly at low cost in a trusted and reliable manner between our two countries. Public agencies and banks in both countries have run live electronic bills of lading on trade trusts, streamlining paperwork and accelerating trade. Partners such as Singapore's ITE education services are building skills pipelines, and work is also advancing on trusted data flows, cybersecurity cooperation, and green economy projects that will strengthen resilience in our economies. And this work is led by the foreign ministers and the external affairs minister of India, together with a team of relevant ministers which meet regularly to move the agenda and its execution forward. Countries that act in enlightened self-interest by collaborating with others help to create shared value from a growing pie. But those that view the world through the zero-sum lens of narrow self-interest may extract value for now, but only from a pie that is likely to shrink. The quest for national resilience and self-interest and looking after your self-interest need not be inward-looking. Enlightened self-interest encompasses much more than that. India's policy of multi-alignment has served it well, as it works with different partners on different issues. It bridges East and West, North and South, engaging in the G20, BRICS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and participating in the Quad. It anchors one end of the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor and is a member of the I2U2 partnership. India's active, pragmatic diplomacy under Prime Minister Modi has opened new avenues for cooperation while preserving strategic autonomy. To India's west, significant milestones this year include the signing of the India-UK FTA and the FTA with the European Free Trade Area coming into effect. To the east, India is tapping into ASEAN, which is the 4th largest economic bloc in the world. For example, India is working on an instant cross-border retail payments platform with Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines that is expected to be operational by next year. So the UPI Pay Now linkage is just the start. Deeper partnerships with Southeast Asia can unlock significant potential, and Singapore welcomes the immense mutual value that partnerships with India can create. Beyond finance and trade, India is a major partner in addressing global challenges. It has long been a key global supplier of affordable vaccines and medicines, contributing to disease eradication and mitigation, particularly among children. During COVID-19, through its Vaccine Maitri program, India reinforced its position and reputation as a significant and dependable partner in humanitarian efforts, especially in the Global South. Looking ahead, Issues such as AI governance and climate change require greater international collaboration, even as traditional multilateral mechanisms face pressure. This is an opportunity for like-minded countries to step up, provide leadership, and partner with the private sector to develop and deploy solutions. The India AI Impact Summit next February illustrates this forward-looking and collaborative approach. In this landscape, government action alone will not suffice. Impact can be amplified through partnerships with trusted, committed institutions which can bring together capital, capability, and innovation. At Temasek, we see ourselves serving as a bridge connecting governments, investors, innovators, and communities to solve shared challenges. When Temasek began investing across Asia outside of Singapore in 2002, India was one of our first on-ground markets. We opened our Mumbai office in 2004, more than 20 years ago, and since then, India has remained a key focus marketplace. Today, our portfolio, together with the investments of Temasek's Singapore-based portfolio companies, exceed US $50 billion in India. Our portfolio spans diverse sectors like finance services, logistics, consumer and healthcare, and includes our investments in Manipal Hospital and Haldiram's. As India continues to surge ahead, the opportunities are growing, and we look forward to partnering and investing more in India and creating value with founders, with families, and with global operators. Several Temasek portfolio companies have built significant operations and local workforces here. Sembcorp, for example, has a presence across 18 states and is expanding its renewable portfolio. With a total renewables capacity of more than 7.6 gigawatts, its projects provide reliable and affordable energy to power more than 600,000 homes. Beyond capital, Temasek and our portfolio companies have supported social impact. For example, our portfolio companies have provided skills training for more than 10,000 nurses in India in the last 2.5 years. During the COVID pandemic, our Temasek teams worked closely with the Indian government and corporate partners to source for life-saving medical equipment, and together with Singapore's government, supported Indian migrant workers in Singapore. In 2007, our subsidiary, Fullerton Financial Holdings, set up Fullerton India Credit Company to serve vulnerable and low-income groups and support financial inclusion. The FICC was acquired by Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group in 2023. So as a long-term investor, Temasek will continue to partner with capital and capabilities as India advances towards Viksit Bharat. From both the geopolitical and economic lenses, India offers distinct strengths: a large domestic market, a world-class talent pool, and favorable demographics. Supported by an enabling policy environment, this has positioned India as a resilience partner for countries, industries, and companies worldwide. This is a period of transition where the future remains fluid and changing. But what endures is India's and Singapore's shared commitment as close partners to peace, stability, growth, and mutual prosperity. Prime Minister Modi, welcoming Prime Minister Lawrence Wong to Delhi in September this year, said that India and Singapore share a partnership with purpose, rooted in shared values, guided by mutual interests, and driven by a common vision for peace, progress, and prosperity. So let us uphold what has served us well, adapt to a changing environment, and develop innovative practical solutions for the challenges ahead. Success will depend on sustained multi-generational commitment from all stakeholders, governments, policymakers, businesses, and citizens. And India will find a ready partner in Singapore. Thank you very much.
Sushri S. Jyotimani.
Sir, Mike, sir. Thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me an opportunity to speak on electoral reforms. Election reforms begins with one simple truth: honest, transparent, neutral, and independent election commission. But today, unfortunately, for the first time in independent India's history, the very institution meant to protect our democracy is being accused of undermining it. This is not just shocking, it shakes the foundation of our democracy and destroys people's trust in the election process. Sir, I straight come to SIR. Honorable Law Minister just spoke before me, asked a question. If Congress did SIR, this is fine, but BJP doing SIR is wrong. Sir, we are not saying like that. Honorable Law Minister was a former civil servant. He knows what is right and what is wrong. So this entire SIR exercise, the Election Commission is claiming, we are going for a deep cleaning up voter list. We want to delete the dead voters. We want to remove the voters who migrated. We want to add the new voters. We have no problem with it. This has been done for ages by the Election Commission. Sir, what is the difference between Congress Party time SIR? What is the difference between BJP time SIR is this voter list? This voter list is from Tamil Nadu. This is a existing latest voter list. Election Commission, if it is very truthful, they have to do the addition or deletion in this voter list only. But instead, what they have done, they have simply discarded this voter list. Now they have circulated enumeration form. In my state, SIR is going on. All 6 crore 36 lakhs voter enumeration form has been circulated. Instead of using